Hello, you guys. Happy Wednesday. I am super excited to be here and pop in and share 5 things that you can do with your social media today to make it better, okay? So again, I said this week I'm going to pop in and do some social media trainings for you guys. I want you to remember, as you learn things, you have to implement them, right? We can't just learn and take the notes and be a student for life. In order to transition from being a student to being like a leader and being a successful business owner, we have to take action. So these are going to be 5 pretty simple things. They're going to be things that I expect you guys to implement today, and I'm going to ask an action item from this live video that you just drop a screenshot of your Instagram in the comments below this video to prove that you did the things that I shared in this video, okay? With that being said, I always like to start off these social media trainings with a reminder. This is what works for me and my business over the last 4 years. I can only speak to the things that I have found have worked well for me. So take what you want and leave the rest. However, success leaves clues. Okay? I'm not sharing this stuff with you guys just because I want you to do it. I'm sharing this stuff with you guys because I think it will exponentially blow your businesses up and help you become a successful coach and make money with coaching, right? So I'm not sharing these things because I think I'm the best. I'm sharing these things because these are things that have worked for me. These are things that have helped me build my business. And these are things that have helped me see massive success throughout the last 4 years of me being a coach. And they're super simple things, but I really hope that you guys take them seriously and put them into action today. So, are you ready? 5 things that you can do today to elevate your social media platform. Please remember, first and foremost, that our social media platform is our storefront, okay? And what do we represent as coaches? What is our store? Our store is helping people transform their lives with at-home fitness programs. Our store is helping people get started on a business opportunity by helping other people. Our store is, creating accountability groups and providing people with, accountability and consistency in their workouts. Nutrition is a big part of our store. Fitness is a big part of what we do. So if you take an honest look at your Instagram and fitness isn't a focus, it's going to be really, really hard to see success in this business, right? We do fitness. Now, I'm not saying fitness is like a 6-pack abs. I'm not saying fitness is you doing your nutrition perfectly, but people want to be able to see you be consistent, right? A lot of my new coaches, their first couple months, struggle with, getting people, plugged in because, people haven't seen you be consistent for long enough. So take this as, really a reason to keep showing up and keep posting and keep sharing because people are waiting for you to fail. People are waiting for you to give up. People are waiting to see you realize that this is hard and have you throw in the towel. So don't let that be your reality. Continue to show up, continue to be successful, consistent, and that will bring you success. So the number one thing that I want you guys to focus on for your social media accounts. Now this pertains to your Facebook profile because now Facebook is directly reflected to your business. So please remember the things that you share on Facebook, they don't have to all be business focused, but they should be, nothing should be inappropriate on there, right? So this goes for your Facebook profile and your Instagram profile. You guys need a professional looking picture on your Instagram bio and on your Facebook bio, okay? Please do not post a selfie as your profile picture, okay? Please do not post a selfie on your Instagram profile picture. We really want to look at our social media platforms now as places where we represent ourselves as business owners and professionals in the industry, right? So that requires us to be professional on those platforms and have a picture that's professional. So again, you don't need to go out and get professional photos done today. iPhones have an awesome camera, but make yourself look good. Maybe put your hair down and have somebody snap a picture of you in some natural lighting, right? So make sure that your bio, your profile picture on your Facebook and your profile picture on your Instagram is a quality professional looking photo, whether it's an up close of your face or maybe it's you doing a cool yoga pose with a background, or maybe it's a fitness picture of you. But again, it should be you and only you, not you and your husband, not you and your dog, not you and your kid. I'm sure your kid is super cute, but no one wants to see your kid in your profile picture. They want to see you in your profile picture, right? Because this is your business, okay? So profile pictures need to be updated on Facebook and Instagram. The second thing that I want you guys to focus on is your bio. So I want you guys to think of your bio saying, like your little, you know how they give you like a little caption to kind of like share some things in there about yourself on your Instagram, like bio. Usually there's enough for like one sentence. I want you guys to start thinking about what your brands are as a business owner and your brands that you are like as a person. So I want you guys to have like a cool tagline on there that really represents what you want to accomplish and the woman that you want to help on your platform. So maybe, you know, if you were a nurse, it could be like, you know, helping burnt out women put the health back in healthcare or something like that. Okay, something that's a tagline, something that's specific to the woman that you're trying to help. If you're a mom, maybe it's, you know, helping busy moms put themselves at the top of their priority list. Something like that, okay? What I don't want to see is helping you be healthy, happy, and fit. Helping you stay healthy. Helping women crush their fitness goals. Helping women be healthy, okay? That's way too broad and way too general, and everyone and their mother has a bio sentence that looks like that. So I want you to get really, really focused on your niche market and really focused on really like who you want to market to, who you want to help, who is your ideal client, right? And maybe take that takes some reflection from you, thinking about, okay, like who is that girl that I'm really speaking to? Who is that person that I really want to help? And maybe thinking back, okay, like who was I before I jumped into this community? Who was I before I committed to a coach, right? To becoming a coach. You know, my bio for a long time was like helping underpaid and overworked yoga teachers recommit to their own goals or their own health and fitness goals. So something like that. It might take a little bit of reflection today, maybe taking 10 minutes to reflect on that and then update your bio. Another thing that I don't want to see in your bio is like dog mom, wife, you know, Florida. Like, I don't want a list of things, right? Like, this isn't like a dating app. This isn't like a dating service. Like, no one really, I mean, maybe people care that you live in Washington or Florida. But like, if you just say like Florida, like, okay, cool. But like, what about Florida? So like on mine, it's like, you know, I think mine says like mountain town living. So it's not like Washington, because like no one cares that I'm from Washington, right? But people will be interested in like how I live in a tiny little town. You know, if you live in the city, you could say, you know, maybe you could say like New York City living, something like that. So it's like more focused and less just broad. Instead of just being like NYC, you could do like New York City living, right? If you're a dog mom, that's awesome, but like, I don't really know how many people care that you're a dog mom, right? Because like everyone's a dog mom. So like try to figure out things that are like a little bit more specific and that are a little bit more exciting, so that when someone goes to your platform, they can be like, oh, okay, like this is who this girl helps. These are the things that I can start to see on her platform. So like for mine, I said like thrifting, like a thrifting attic, and I have like a little recycle sign. So people know that like, although I do share about health and fitness, because that's a part of my bio, they can also know that like I talk about my, you know, my thrifting finds, or, you know, my DIY, like, you know, thrift finds for, you know, us remodeling our house. So little things like that that are a little more specific and just a little more fun, okay? So biopic, and then the saying in your bio, make sure you update that. Third thing, I want you to take a critical look at your last 9 pictures that you've shared on Instagram. So you know how there's like 3 pictures per row? I want you to look at the last 9 pictures that you've shared, and I want you to ask yourself, is there a transformation photo in the last 9 pictures? If there's not, you need to share a transformation photo right now, okay? This whole business surrounds itself on helping people transform their lives with fitness programs. If you don't have living proof on your platform that you have transformed your own life with a fitness program, it's going to be very difficult to get people to want to transform their lives with you if you haven't shared proof that your own life has been changed with these fitness programs. Does that make sense? So transformation photos are a non-negotiable, and I would say they should live on your platform at least every 9 to 12 photos. I try to share one, you know, once every week, if not every other week. So put that on your list. If you don't have a transformation photo, share one today. Another thing, ask yourself in the last 9 pictures, have you talked about the business? Have you talked about coaching? Have you talked about what your role is as a coach and what you love about coaching? It doesn't have to be how you love making $10,000 a week if you don't make $10,000 a week, right? Maybe you can talk about the business because, you made 20 bucks last Thursday and it paid for you to, go get your groceries or go get your nails done, even though no one's going to get their nails done because the nail salons are closed, right? But talk about the things that are relatable for your coaching experience right now. If you have big goals in this business, you can talk about those big goals. But if you don't have big goals in this business and you're just doing this because you love the community aspect and you love paying this forward, talk about that, right? I think so often, people come to me and they're like, well, of course you can talk about the business. Like, you retired your husband and you bought a house and you quit all your jobs and you did all these cool things with coaching. And I'm like, girl, I built this entire business while simultaneously working 5 other jobs. I built this entire business while I was working at the bar, while I was, running kids yoga classes and teaching yoga at Gold's Gym, and then 3 different studios and running my dad's social media account for the real estate business. I didn't build this as a full-time coach. I didn't recruit a whole bunch of coaches as a full-time coach. I recruited people and I got people excited about what I was doing because I shared my progression of coaching along the way and as it was relatable to me in that stage of my life then, right? For example, when I was working at the bar, I would always share in my stories about how I'd check in with my clients and see what they were up to and share with them, a healthy recipe before I jumped in and clocked into my bar shift, which was 5 p.m. to 1 a.m. in the morning. So I would share how I was integrating coaching into my already really busy lifestyle so it could prove to people that, hey, you don't need 8 hours a day to crush this business. You don't need to be a full-time coach to be a successful coach, right? Full-time coaches become successful by building this business while they have a ton of other stuff going on. Okay, so that shouldn't be an excuse. So ask yourself, how have I integrated and talked about the business and talked about what I do as a coach in my last 6 to 9 social media posts, okay? If you haven't done that, there's another thing that you need to do today. And then the third one, which kind of goes back to the transformation photo that I was sharing, in your last 9 pictures, ask yourself, is fitness a prominent thing that lives on your feed? Again, I cannot stress this enough, you guys. We are health and fitness coaches, okay? If health and fitness isn't a prominent brand on your social media platform, it is going to be so incredibly difficult to get people to commit to a health and fitness journey if that's not something that you're consistently sharing about, right? At the end of the day, if you're not proving to people that you're getting amazing results and you're helping your clients get amazing results, why would they trust you to help them get amazing results? Right? So make sure that fitness is a prominent brand on your social media posts, okay? Maybe it's a couple snippets of you working out from home in your Instagram stories. Maybe it's a picture of you lifting weights while your toddler is, crawling around the floor in your kitchen. Maybe it's you using your desk as your bar as you crush bar blend, right? Make it relatable to people and help people connect the dots and understand what you're doing and how they can do it too. Okay, but if you're not sharing what you're doing, if you're not sharing your fitness, if you're not sharing this awesome accountability group that you're a part of, why would anybody want to join you? Why would anybody trust you to help them on their fitness journey if that's not something that you're sharing consistently? And consistently isn't once a week, okay? I talk about my fitness group every single day. I talk about my workouts every single day. I talk about my fitness calendar every single day because once a week, that's not going to get somebody in the door. Once a week? Do you know on average it takes more than 10 times for somebody to be marketed or invited to something before they actually start considering saying yes? If you've posted 1 transformation photo or 1 time about fitness this past month, you got 10 months to go before anybody is ever going to be interested. So give yourself permission to be loud about the things that build our business. We're in the fitness industry. Fitness has got to be one of those things. So your third step is auditing yourself on your last 9 pictures. Is there a transformation photo? Have you talked about the business? And is fitness a prominent brand on your feed? Because we're fitness coaches. Fourth thing, this kind of ties back to it, and it's kind of a helpful thing for you guys to figure out, kind of your brands and what you want to share as a coach. So obviously, like I said previously, fitness has to be a prominent thing on your feed, right? You have to be talking about your fitness groups. You have to be talking about your fitness journey and your workout program that you're committing to, right? But outside of fitness, we don't want to just turn into like these Beachbody robots where we're like, join my community, drink Shakeology, join the coaching opportunity. I love coaching, drink your Shakeology, do your workout. Like, make sure that it's not just fitness, because as much as, yes, that's what we do, we help people achieve their goals by hooking them up with an amazing fitness community and routine and showing them how simple it can be. You need to connect to people on different avenues, right? So for example, I always encourage my coaches to really nail down their 5 brands. Now, one of your brands is going to be health and fitness. One of your brands is going to be, nutrition and healthy eating and fitness and coaching and all of those types of things. That's going to be one of your brands. But you need to figure out what other avenues are you going to share on your platform so you can really connect with your audience and start connecting with people who are similar to you, right? You want to recruit coaches, you want to help people who are similar to you, who have the same goals as you, right? It makes it so much more fun, me having a community of women who are similar to me, who love thrift shopping, who are also newly married, who are also new homeowners and renovating their houses, who are yoga teachers, who, love a good, thrift finder deal, who love the outdoors. So I make sure to talk about all of those other things on my platform as well. Okay, so just as much as it's important for fitness to be a prominent brand, I want you guys to make sure that you are also integrating other things into your pictures, okay? So today, maybe do a little exercise. I always share this with my new coaches, but take out a blank piece of paper, put on a timer for like maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and just write out everything that makes you who you are. So for example, if I were to do this, you just write down everything that makes you who you are. It doesn't have to be super, super specific things. Just what makes you you, okay? So if I was gonna do this, I would say thrifting, newlywed life, dog mom, Pomeranians, backyard chickens, home renovations, did I already say that? Yoga teacher, boho vibes, plants, plant mom, vegan eats, coaching, Pacific Northwest, camping, exploring, skiing, touring, hiking, long hair, what else? Faith-based, family, Washington living, tall people problems because I'm really tall. I always say like Toyota Tacomas were a big brand of mine because I love my old Toyota Tacoma truck. Boho like jewelry, rings could be a big brand of mine. So many different things, right? So many different things. I just listed off like 20 different things. So after you list out all of those things, I want you to go back and really start isolating maybe like 5 things that can be like your top brands, your top things that you really love to talk about on your platform. And then again, going back and saying, hey, like, have I talked about those other brands? If you work a corporate job, that has to be one of your brands. You spend 40 hours a week diving into that corporate job. It has to be something that is a prominent brand of yours. If you're not sharing about the job that you're going to every day, that's a huge part of your brand that you're missing out on. That's a huge part of your life that you're not talking about, right? If you're a mom, kids are probably a big brand of yours. If you're married life is probably a big brand of yours, right? Making sure that you're sharing every facet of your life, not just fitness, right? Because there's 1,000,001 fitness coaches out there. What's going to set you apart? You and who you are and what you're passionate about, right? I get a ton of yoga teachers. I get a ton of personal trainers. I get a ton of boho, like hippie vibe type people, because that's the brand that I share and that's who I am. And I'm super intentional about sharing that every single day. So making sure that as you look back on your photos, are you talking about your other brands? Are you talking about the other things that make you who you are? Okay, does that make sense? So 4th thing is identifying those 5 brands and then making sure that you're sharing about those either on your stories or on your posts throughout the day. All right, 5th thing, last action item. This is going to talk about Instagram stories. So if you go into Instagram stories, you'll probably notice that people use filters on their stories. I want you guys to go into your stories and pick 1 or 2 filters that you're gonna commit to using that creates a consistent brand or style for your stories to look like every day, okay? I don't want you jumping through 1,000,000 different filters every day because that just like makes it all jumbled. I want you guys to find something that really, goes with your brand and your style of editing and commit to that filter. You can go to my Instagram stories and you can download the filter that I use on mine, or you can find somebody else's and find what filter they're using and download that filter. All you do is click on the filter and you click on download that effect, and then you can upload that effect as you share your stories throughout the day. You'll see that I'm really loving the midnight sun filter right now in my Instagram stories, and I've been consistently using that for about 2 or 3 weeks now. If I find a new filter that I really love, I'll switch over to that one, but then I'll consistently use just that one filter. I really don't think it's helpful when people like bounce from like all these like different filters, because I think it kind of gets people like a little distracted and it doesn't make it flow as well. So find a filter that really works with your brand. And then make sure that it's just like consistent throughout your stories throughout the day. And then along with that, finding a filter for your stories, I want you guys to invest in a preset. So a preset is like $3 or $4. You can find them on Etsy. You can change the presets depending on what types of pictures you're sharing, whether it's indoors or outdoors. But the preset really makes sure that like all of your filters are consistent, or all your photos are consistent, by having that consistent filter over your photos every day. So go onto Etsy. There's a million and one presets to look at. I'm not going to sit here and tell you how to download the preset, because that's not my role or my responsibility. But you guys can totally Google it and figure it out. But again, just making sure that you're using a consistent editing style so that your photos are somewhat consistent, right? Does that make sense? Please don't use the Instagram filters. If anybody uses the Instagram filters, bad. But yeah, so those are the things. Again, I'll go over the 5 things that you can do today. Change your bio pic. Make sure that it's something professional of just you. I don't want like a family group picture in there, because that's so confusing and people don't know who you are if you have a picture of like 5 people in your bio, right? Let's have something professional. 2, I want you guys to update your saying in your Instagram bio. So having like a catchy tagline that really speaks to your person that you're marketing towards, right? Or who you want to help. 3rd thing, audit your last 9 photos. Ask yourself, is there a transformation in my last 9 photos? Have I talked about the business in my last 9 photos? And have I talked about fitness in my last 9 photos consistently? 4th thing, identify your brands. What are the 5 things that really make you who you are? And then the 5th thing is finding a filter for your stories and finding a filter for your pictures. All right. That was so much longer than I thought it was going to be. Hopefully that helps. I would love to see a snapshot of your guys' Instagrams in the comments below. So just go to your Instagram, screenshot it after you've updated it, and let me know how this goes. And if you have any questions at all, just post them in the comments. Bye, guys.